Hey there, Wargamers, and welcome to today's special battle report. I'm Luka from MiniWargaming.com, joined by Anthony from Battlefront Miniatures, and we are going to be playing some Flames of War today with the sole purpose of showing off the brand new British box set, the British Bulge, which will bring forth some late war British tanks and releasing some new kits in plastic that you've probably been waiting for quite a while. And this will be all available now as you're watching this video. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
We play and call it work.
Let's take a look at the German forces first. I will be piloting the JAGDPANTHER Tank Hunter Company and leading it. Well, we have a JAGDPANTHER commander here, and he will be joined by a platoon of 2 JAGDPANTHER tanks. And for the remainder of the corps in this company, we have a platoon of 2 Hornets, and we have a platoon of 2 Ostwinds. And the rest of the platoons will be brought in support. We'll have a pair of Pumas. We are going to have 3 Hummels. You cannot go without your Panzer IVs, 3 of them in the platoon. And lastly, 4 half-tracks carrying Panzer Grenadiers. And that will be my 105 points of German Bulge.
Hey folks, this is Anthony from Battlefront Miniatures. Hope you are doing well. So over here in our force, we have a Comet Onward Squadron out of the British Bulge release. So here we have the HQ unit, which is a Comet tank and 2 Centaur fire support vehicles. We have a unit of 3 Comet medium tanks. We have a unit of 3 Chaffee tanks, which are actually an American tank, but they are in British service. And then rounding out the core of the formation are 2 Crusader AA vehicles. For support, we have a British rifle platoon, and they are riding in the new Ram Kangaroo vehicles. So these are actually the Ram Canadian tank. Here they are modeled as the transport version. Here in the back we have new plastic kit. This is the British Challenger. This is another medium tank, but here is support. Here we have 2 Archer tank destroyers. So these are a new kit. These are basically mobile 17-pounder anti-tank gun carriers. And rounding out the force are 4 Sexton self-propelled guns. These are also a new plastic kit for the release.
Excellent. With the Army showcases done, let's mosey on over to the mission that Anthony and I will be playing for today's game. And that mission will be the free-for-all mission. This is the second one from the rule book. Anthony and I decided to keep it simple here, as this is only my 3rd game of Flames of War. Now, with this, both players will be deploying along the long table edge. The north end will have the British attacking forces against the opposite German defending forces, and there are 4 objectives. Now, each player will place 2 objectives in the enemy deployment zone with the goal of capturing at least one of them. The game will immediately end once one player is able to wrestle control of one of the locations from the enemy in their deployment zone, representing a place of great importance in this battle, essentially. In addition to that, if you only have 1 remaining platoon from your formation, then that's no good either. You automatically lose. In this case, I have 4 platoons in mind. Anthony will also have 4. But let's go take a look at how we've deployed. Now, Anthony and I have finished deploying our forces here. I would give you a left to right here. And by the way, if you're curious, all of this terrain we have here on the table is naturally from Gale Force 9. This is the city side of the map. It is double-sided. It has a more of a fantasy-esque or maybe just more humble grassy plains on the other side. Yep. Hard to really show. We got a lot of terrain on the table, but this is obviously ruined cityscape, ruined brick walls. Perfect for this scale of game, perfect for anything of this scale, right?
Yep. The neat thing is most of our terrain in our Gale Force 9 line is pre-painted, which means you can literally open up out of the box and maybe some frame minor assembly, but all painted, all ready to go. The exception are these sets. So these are actually plastic sets that we make. The folks here at Mini Wargaming have done a fantastic job not only building these, but also getting them painted up for this board, and it looks fantastic. Yep,
that's in everything you see here is exactly that. These come painted as they are. These do as well. It's kind of cool in that regard. And now we have our setup. I'll go left to right for myself. I went pretty heavy with my half tracks on the left. I have my one. There's two in every half track, except that one's got the 3rd. We have our Panzer IVs. We went with our JAGDPANTHERs, kind of operating on their own on this side. I'm going to see if they can carry a lot on this flank. If not, well, that was my bad gamble. We put our Humbles as artillery in the back here in this building, able to shoot down this lane. And there are a lot of windows in the building, so they might have some good capabilities there. Hornice back here, kind of the same idea, but they can blitz move in and out and shoot down. They can like screen this lane here and get some good line of sight protection behind this. Lastly, we have our Pumas and our Commander and our Ostwinds here, and then that is it. Now, what do we have for your side, Anthony?
Yep, so starting over here, we have the archers looking out of this window area here. They are backed up by the Comet platoon here. Here in the center, we have the HQ units, so the Comet and 2 Centaurs with the Crusader AA tanks. In the back are my Sexton's artillery, trying to kind of cover as much of the board as I can with line of sight. I have my Kangaroos with the infantry inside. My Challengers are sitting here on this next to this objective, and the Chaffies are over here holding the right flank.
Exactly, and these are the objectives I'm trying to go for inside of the British deployment zone, and the objectives over here are the ones that Anthony will be trying to go for on my side. So I have to both, like, I don't have to have units on them, neither does he have to have units on the ones that I place there, but it will help protect them in case like something quick just zips up, because it'll be a sudden end at the end of a turn. If someone controls one of the objectives, then that's it, game over. Now we are playing meeting engagement, and Anthony is the attacker, and he started deploying first, so it counts as him moving essentially with this whole team.
Yep. So what the meeting engagement special rule is, the first player's first turn, they are considered moving, so all their models count as moving if they shoot. In addition, you cannot do an artillery bombardment on your first turn or use airstrikes.
Which we don't have any of those, luckily.
Yep.
So we don't have to worry about that. None of that nonsense here. So that's essentially, we're ready to go. So good luck to the new British forces against the German Bulge here, and but better luck to me, because I think I will need it. Anyways, folks, sit back, relax, and enjoy the tank show as the fire flies and as everything gets destroyed. And the problem here is that we're both glass cannon forces, so this could just be like boom over like that without like
one other thing I want to say too is, you look at all these city terrain pieces and they're fantastic. You're wondering is, how does this all work with movement? Well, we do have 2 rules for this. We actually have expanded city fighting rules. You can actually, we have it in some of our new releases, like the Eastern Front release we did a few months ago. But we are doing simplified rules with this, which are in the main rulebook. So these are just counting as building walls, windows, and doors. But if you want to fight a battle like Stalingrad or Berlin, there are specific city fighting rules where city blocks, the levels that you're on, do have a gameplay effect.
Right, we're keeping it simple for Luka.
For all of us here, we'd be here all night. So.
Exactly, yeah. So that is what we're going to do. It'll be turn 1 for the British forces in this game.
Alright, so first thing I'm going to do on my movement is I'm going to move the Chaffies here tactical to get up to this wall here to counter those half-tracks.
So this is them taking the tactical move, screening this position here, because the half-tracks can't be allowed to freely move up the flank. They have to be challenged. After the Chaffies.
Yep, Challengers are going to move up towards this wall here.
Same idea, just a tactical move. Yep. They're going to end up there.
Yep. Right, the Kangaroos with the infantry inside are going to move up to here to get behind this wall.
This is just them dashing over there, which is like a terrain dash, which is can't fire at all. They move a little bit quicker. Not doing any cross checks because they have the distance to go up and around that there, because the terrain. Oh, and if anyone's curious, we're playing the road here. This T road in the middle will be the road dash. Everything else will be too strewn with rubble to do, and it'll just be a regular terrain dash.
Yeah, Sextons are just going to remain stationary for now. So next turn when they do a bombardment, they'll all be prepared to fire. The HQ unit's going to advance up to this wall here. And
there's just going to be a tactical move. Their tactical move up there, getting good position behind the debris. These guys are going to do a tactical.
Yep, Comets are going to move up tactical to support the archers.
2 going over there, 1 staying behind the debris over here. And then what about these guys?
So the archers are actually ready to fire blank if they move. So they're actually going to just stay there and retain gone to ground.
Oh, nice. That works. So they're going to go. They're going to go to ground, and then So going to ground is a bonuses to your defenses, essentially. And if you don't move, but you can't move or fire. Unless you have a rule that lets you move and go to ground. Like my Pumas have something like that. But these guys are a little bit safer back here. Now, you also have to be benefiting from concealment, but most everything on this table will be benefiting from that. Now, as we go to shooting, we are going to start over here with these comets. And we think we're going to fire at the Ostwinds. We're just going to figure out all the modifiers first. Those boys over there.
All right, so with the comet shooting out the Ostwinds, the base hit number for the Ostwinds is a 4, 5, or 6. However, they are at long range over 16 inches. They are also concealed with the short terrain, the wall there. And because of the start of the game, they are also considered gone to ground. So I'm going to need 7s to hit them.
All right, so and that would be mechanically rolling initially a 6 and then re-rolling into a 5.
Correct. It would have to be a 5 or a 6.
What's the rate of fire we're looking at here?
Rate of fire, normally it's 2 halted. Because they moved, it will be 1 per tank.
So 3 shots.
Yep.
Looking for 7s to hit.
Yep.
That is a 6.
Got a 6.
So we need a 5 up on that 6.
We need a 5 or better.
Oh!
Got one.
That's a good long range shot. I will not get much of a save there because the AT is 14. My front armor is 4, but it goes to 5 because of the range. But even if I roll that, the highest I can get is an 11 to counteract it. So it's just too big. So what is the firepower roll now?
The firepower is a 3+. So a 3, 4, 5, or 6 will destroy that tank.
Oh my gosh!
5, so
absolutely
it is
destroyed. So that's my leader. So let's say, boop, that guy is out of here. Rip. Well, that's okay. We got the third Reich rule, which means that guy is likely to stick around.
He's also next to the commander as well, so he'll get a re-roll on his morale checks.
That was all part of the plan.
Yeah. Right, next shot is going to be the Centaur and the Comet against the Pumas there. The Pumas, again, is going to be a long-range shot. They'll also have cover and gone to ground. In addition, the Centaur has the slow fire rule, so it's going to add 1 additional.
So he needs an 8.
1 more to hit, so he'll need an 8. So it's 6 followed by a 6.
All right. Pumas are careful, so they're 4 to hit normally.
Right. So roll for the Centaur first.
That is a 6. Ooh, let's see it again.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see it again. No, that's a 4.
Okay.
It
so
does miss.
And then the Comet will need a 7. Nope, so misses there. All right, so the Kangaroos, which only have machine guns, don't have a valid target, so they won't be shooting this turn. The Crusaders, although they have cannons, the cannons do not have enough range to target anything right now, and the artillery is going to wait to fire next turn, so they're going to become gone to ground. All right, so the challengers here are going to fire at the JAGDPANTHERs over on the other side of the ruins there.
From this side here, the range is over 16. We're concealed, so we're looking for 7s because they're careful. Yep. Or my JAGDPANTHERs are careful.
Yep, so we have the range, cover, and gone to ground penalties.
Oh wow, I forgot the gone to ground as well. Yeah, technically it's a 7. That's where the 7 comes from. So good luck.
Yep.
These are pretty big turrets.
3 shots, 1 for each tank.
Oh, it's a good start. That's 2 potential hits.
And 5 or 6 is here.
No.
No,
Oof.
so they miss.
I sweat a little bit there. We're on to the Chaffies. Now, I didn't really expect too much pressure on the half track, so like the easiest shots are not concealed. So that means just a range penalty here, so
yep,
5s.
So it'll be 5s.
And what's the rate of fire on these bad boys?
Rate of fire is 1.
Okay.
Yep. So the rate of fire for the Chaffies with movement is 1, so it'll be 1 shot per tank. And again, they'll need 5s or 6s.
Oh,
my god!
3 hits. Okay, well, if they, like I said, glass cannon game, so if hits hit, that's probably kills. And I guess, especially on the half tracks, that'd be the primary target. These 2 are in the open. That one kind of is in the open as well, so they're all hit. And you have to see if you, but it's going to go right through their armor. Don't get the gun to ground because I'm not concealed. That's the other point there. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so these are, what's the firepower?
Firepower on the Chaffies is a 3+.
Let's start with
so this one here, so a 3 or better.
Oh.
I rolled a 1, so the vehicle's not destroyed, but it is bailed out.
Okay.
The next one in the middle there,
looking for
3 or better. Also
so, okay.
a 1.
Ooh, and we got 1 more to do.
And last one.
Okay.
That will go through with a 6.
All right, so that destroys that half track. Now there's 2 passenger units inside of it. Now I have to do saves.
Yep, you roll normal saves.
Boom, boom, boom. I got a 2 and a 5.
Yep.
I was looking for a 3+ on them to survive. So 1 team is destroyed. The other one leaves the destroyed transport where they're pinned, and these 2 are bailed out. So not a great start for these half tracks. But you know what? They can get back in the game. That will finish off shooting. Now there's the assault phase, but nothing's close enough to actually resolve that. So that will be the end of the British. Not bad, those. Like some pretty good shots. Yeah. Hammering my flanks kind of hard. Lost an Ostwind, and we lost one of the half tracks, and they're a little shaken up. But we're going to try and fix that as we go into the Germans turn 1. Do some morale stuff before going on to movement because that's the first phase. I do have to check last stand on this Ostwind here because it is the last part of the platoon there. It's got a rule called the Third Reich, which increases it to a 3-up from a 4-up, which he is good to go.
Nice.
And moving over to the half tracks, I have to do the bailed out and the pinned and everything here to see if they're getting back into the fight. No bonuses to the infantry, a 4-up, they're good to go. No, they're still pinned. And then I have to see if these, the crew get back on there. So because a little bit harder for them, their transports, they only mount up on a 5, remount on a 5-up. So that one there, yeah. And then the one with the third unit in it. Oh, okay, they're both, but those guys are pinned. Because it's pinned, it's not able to move. It itself is not able to move any closer to the enemy. However, it can go back into a transport still. And the transport is a separate element. They'll be pinned inside of the transport, but they're good to go otherwise. What I'm going to have to do now that I'm done morale, I'm going to go on a movement. These guys are going to move first. They're going to just do a tactical move technically. They're going to position, you're going to go into the concealment up here. And then this one's going to move backwards and stay coherent with the rest of the platoon there, allowing them to not move closer to the enemy but embark on that one there. But they're still pinned, so I have to remember that. We're going to move on to the Panzer IVs. We're going to attempt a maneuver here. We're going to go blitz on them. They're veterans, so 3-up for the blitz. They pass. So that means they're able to do a 4-inch move, and it counts as remaining stationary, so they get their full rate of fire. So they're going to end up just staying outside of 16. In fact, we're going to move you over a little bit, you're going to move over a little bit, and you're going to go like there. There we go. Because I would just want them to fire down at the chaffies there, but I want them to remain behind this building, and I want to force you to come out of the cover to get within 16 if you so choose. These guys are going to... They're not even going to bother blitzing. They are, unfortunately, about 5 inches away from your heavier tanks there. So if I blitz, I still won't get in range for the negative one. So I'm just going to hang out back here and just trade blows, ideally with a heavier tank. And
leave them there and maximize their firepower.
Yeah,
the number of shots that they get off.
They could blitz, but if I fail to blitz, then they suffer extreme negatives, which won't help them at all. I'm going to move on to the Hummels. I'm actually thinking about them last. I'm not too sure. They're not going to move. That's an easy one. They're going to
bombard this turn.
Yeah, they're going to try and actually shoot. We're going to go with the Hornice, though. They're going to attempt a blitz move. Because they pass.
Got it. Nice.
Nice. So they get a 4-inch move. They're just going to spoop over here. Go there, and they're going to fire at their full rate of fire. They're going to try and shoot and scoot backwards later because they have the Stormtrooper rule. Most of the German tanks have the Stormtroopers, if not all of them. Moving on to this side, our Pumas have a rule where they're able to stay gone to ground even if they move, as long as they don't shoot. So they're probably going to just scoot from cover to cover, staying down to ground, because they got to get nice and close and behind the enemy to get use out of those guns there. Our commander is probably going to stay still, and our Ostwind is probably going to stay still as well. You know what? I might as well try and get some fire out of this Ostwind here. We're going to do a cross check. Oh, we failed. And upon further measuring, he can apparently actually get there with a 10-inch move. He doesn't need to do the cross check. He just 2 inches that way, 8 inches this way. Doesn't quite get him right up to the wall, but good enough. And then we're going to do I'm going to double check if I need to do a blitz move here. I might just move him back to stay within 6 of that tank. I don't want to risk the blitz move. Yeah, so he's not going to go the full 8. He's going to stay within 6 of the JAGDPANTHER commander, who I was thinking about doing who I don't want to blitz move because I don't really need to. Might as well sit there and get full rate of fire. Now I got to figure out what I want to do with those Pumas. I think I'm just going to go tactical move. We're just going to move up to here, and we're not going to bother shooting. We're just going to stay gone to ground and hopefully make them not like a big target right now. Essentially, we'll go just like that. We're going to start shooting, probably with the Ostwind. And firing at these over here, the archers.
Yep.
We need 7s to hit because they're gone to ground.
Yep.
Over 16 concealed. That's a couple misses. Rate of fire 2 with the JAGDPANTHER commander. We're going to be firing at this platoon. I can only really see him though because that rock's in the way. But 6 to hit him because of range and concealment. A 3 and a 4, so we miss both. We're not going to be firing the Pumas. We're going to move on to our Hornice here, who are going to do a couple of shots down the table at your command squad. Rate of fire 2 because they blitz move, so we need 6s to hit those tanks.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, that's good. We always want to see a hit. And these are... this is anti-tank 17, so there's no save at all against this, because the best armor you can get is an 8 at this range. So you save up to anti-tank 14. Yep. So... I guess I got to roll my firepower. 3 up.
No, 3 or 3 plus.
Just bailed out a tank.
Bailed.
Pick the heavier tank there, so these now bailed out. I'll take it. That's it for them. Oof. And then we're going to move on to these JAGDPANTHERs. You're going to trade blows with your heavier tanks.
Oh yeah, the challengers.
So these are 4 shots. The main target will be the one on my left. So you're right there. Looking for 6 to hit it.
Oh, nice. Good shooting.
I Do you get a save against these? Again, same thing, anti-tanks. These are massive, massive shells, I guess. So like, looking for a firepower 3-up. This bailed out, and the second one, boom.
Destroyed.
All right, we destroyed a tank, not bad. So bailed out first, unfortunately, but then destroyed on the second one. Good follow-up. Yeah, that was the initial hit, bailed out, and then the unfortunately didn't roll high enough, so we destroyed the second one. Not bad though. When I keep on this train going, we have our Panzer IVs. We're going to be putting shots into the Chaffies. For the Panzer IV shooting over at the Chaffies, this will be the main target here. I need 60 to hit though, for all the same rules. I got 3 hits.
Nice.
I don't know if I
Very
can see
good.
all 3 of them. I might be able to, but that's the main hit. All right, so we got a hit on, I do have line of sight to all 3 of them. That's the first hit. Their armor on the front goes to 6 because of range. So you need 5s to save.
Yeah.
All right, you want to start there and work your way down?
Yeah, armor is actually a 4 goes to a 5.
Oh, so you need 6s.
I need 6s,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Okay, geez.
At least get a save though.
All right, I guess you get the chance. So we'll start there.
There, this one. You got a
does
3,
not
so
save.
that will not. Middle one. 5, close, but not enough. And last one. Oh, even worse.
So the firepower is still 3 up, so we'll start there. He is not destroyed,
Bailed.
just bailed out. Destroyed. And the last one,
And-
destroyed.
Ooh.
So just one bailed out and 2
Yep.
destroyed. All right, well, that's not looking good for them. And apparently they're reluctant, so they're not super eager for the
No,
war.
I'll have to not only get back into the tank, but also make a last stand test. So it does not look good on this flank at all.
That's what you get for beating on my...
Right,
You
exactly.
bullied
You're
half
getting
tracks,
karma back on there.
You should have gone, more of a fair fight. Surely. Last thing to do is fire my Hummels. So I got to figure out how that works. After some observations, looking at a point I could see kind of straightforward through the building here, and I could see right on top of that kangaroo right there. So I'm going to put the artillery template there. Really covered earlier, but if anyone's curious, we're playing like all these ruined buildings with the doors and the windows from the rules of the rulebook where you can see through them. It's just concealment, because there's doors and windows, the terrain type is treated as short, even though they're tall buildings. And plus, it'd be impossible to shoot each other if we had all this obscuring terrain on the table here.
Right.
Anyways, we're going to continue with the shots onto your kangaroos. I'm going to pick that point in between the kangaroos because it's right in front of the windows and the door there, so I can see more, like somewhere around there. And that's where I'm going to put that marker there. Now we got to figure out how this works. There's 3 parts of the platoon here. I'm trying to range in now, and their skill is 3 up, so they've done this song and dance before. However, there is buildings in the way, so it's a little bit more difficult, so it adds a modifier to the roll, so it's going to make it a little more difficult, so a 4 up. But I have 3 chances. We'll start with the first one. We got a 6.
6, got it.
Because I ranged in on the first attempt, there's no modifiers to hit them. Just their actual skill.
Yep.
Not skill,
Just,
but they're to hit.
Yep,
Which is
so 4, 5, or 6.
We'll start with that one. It is hit.
Got him.
The one there is hit.
Hit.
And the
And
third
last one.
is hit.
Ooh,
Okay,
nice.
so we hit all 3 of them. Nice. So just 4s and 6s into 4s and 6s here. These are pretty monster shells. So these are anti-tank 3 against top armor because it's artillery, which is 0 on the kangaroos. So you save wherever you want
Go
to
ahead and roll
first.
them. Yep, and the troops on here are just to indicate who's riding in which
Yeah,
transport. You're not actually hitting the troops because they're basically riding inside of it. They
That's
can
what
be
the armor's
affected if the tank is destroyed, though. So for the first one,
3 up for a good save.
I got a 3, so that will tie.
Is that bailed out then?
Potentially.
oh, right. You
Yep,
gotta do
you
it
have
in
to roll a
firepower
firepower check.
Yeah, that
Middle
one
one here, I rolled a 6, so that vehicle's unaffected.
And the last
and the
one?
last one here, rolled a 4, so
Nice.
it's also unaffected.
So I gotta do some firepower checks to see if they get bailed out at least. These are all firepower 2 up because it's a pretty heavy
Yep,
one.
so you have the 1 die there.
So 2 bailed, and last one bailed.
Yep.
Of course,
No,
sorry.
that's all right.
They don't, I only roll for the one that you equal. That's
Yep.
right. So like no damage to them at all. Only they're bailed out.
Yep.
But I got the ranged in. So you got to scoot from that spot if you can. After that impressive display of artillery, we are going to do some assault. Like normally I wouldn't do too many assault move things, but I do because this flank is pretty crippled. I'm going to put a lot of pressure. I think I'm going to go forward. So I'm going to shoot and scoot with these Panzer IVs, or at least they're going to attempt it. They fail. So that is unfortunate for them, but that's okay. We're going to keep the JAGDPANTHERs where they are. And then we're going to move on to the Hornice over here, who they are very light.
Hummels need to move or they're in trouble.
Oh, no! They don't do their shoot and scoot, so they're exposed where they are. And I wonder, do I want to shoot and scoot any of this? I probably want to shoot and scoot. I'm going to move him up a little bit.
Up, yep.
I'm going to try to, yeah. So that'll move him to this position there. Boom, something like that. I might as well try it on the Oswind as well. No, he failed. Okay, nice. The Pumas are pretty content where they are, so they're going to hang out there. Sorry, he can't shoot and scoot because he already did a tactical move. It's the ones who blitzed earlier because they kind of stayed still, essentially. Yeah. Okay, so but good thing he failed. That's it for German's turn on. We're on to battle round 2, starting with the British. Some morale to do. We got one bailed out tank here. Might as well see if he jumps back in or the crew jumps back in there.
Yep, so this is the formation commander. So for formation commanders or units, if they are bailed out or otherwise or pinned down if it's infantry, they get to still re-roll their check. So my remount is a 3+, so 3, 4, 5, or 6, and I'm rolling 2 dice because I would get the re-roll on it anyway.
As long as don't roll. Oh,
I got
close,
the 5, so I'm good. So
Back
he
in.
is good and ready to go.
Same thing as my half tracks or kangaroos
Right.
remount on a 5.
Yep, they are transports. They're not supposed to get too close to the enemy, so I need a 5 or better. Hey, I got it. Nice.
That's fair. I got mine. From the kangaroo. Oh, we have these guys over here.
So the challengers here, they have a rule called protected ammo, so their remount is slightly better, a 3+. I got it.
Good to go.
So good to go there. And then the last thing I have is the Chaffies. Now the Chaffies have the same rule. They have protected ammo, so I remount on a 3. However, even if he remounts, I'll still have to do a last stand, which unfortunately is on a 5+. So we'll do the remount first. I am successful. Needed that roll for the next.
Can we get another 5 up?
Lucky dog here.
Oh,
no!
So they drive off.
Yeah, so the tanks that are already dead remain where they are, and this tank will flee the battlefield. So
Nice.
that is a unit destroyed for Luka.
Was that a support unit?
It was actually a formation unit.
Oh, that's good. Anyone's curious, the other core parts here, I have to take out the AA guns.
Yep, the HQ unit and the comets.
All right. And then I still have all 4 of mine, but they're the awesome.
For now.
Yeah. So you have to want to take out the JAGDPANTHERs, these guys, these stupid Hornies who are exposed, so they're probably dead. And then my JAGDPANTHER and the Oswin. So both of these are kind of exposed as well. The movement's going to start. They're going to stay still. They're going to fire this turn, so they're going to lose their ground to ground. And then we're going to do a tactical move on the
comets. Comets are going to move over to try to fire at the Hornies.
And they end up there. The one lagging behind a little bit, but still in coherency. Then we're going to be moving the kangaroos tactically towards my territory. They're right in the middle of the road now. Then the artillery in the back here will be firing, so they're not going to be moving.
Yep, but they'll lose ground to ground.
And then we have just a few, well, just this one platoon left over here.
Yep, challenge.
Same, they're going to stay still and fire
they're going to
twice.
stay still and try to fire at the trade shots with the JAGDPANTHERs there.
All right, cool. I hope that goes in my favor.
Forward.
Yeah, we'll start over here with some fire into the JAGDPANTHERs.
Yep. So the challengers here are going to fire at the JAGDPANTHERs. Neither of us have moved, so we're at the same distance. So the only modifiers we're looking at here are cover and range. The JAGDPANTHERs have a hit number of 4+, so we're going to need 6s.
Yep, same as 4 shots, same idea as me.
And I'm going to aim for the one away from the wall there on the opposite side.
Alrighty. And I see.
And oh no!
All right, we die, but they don't hit. I maneuver in a smart way to not get hit by other tanks. But we're gonna go to the other side of the table. We want to see how some of the fire goes over here.
All right.
And then what are we doing here with these guys?
All right, so I'm going to start with the archers. Now, the interesting thing about the archer, it's actually based on a Valentine tank chassis. And in order to actually get the gun on the chassis, the gun is actually facing rearward. So,
that's the front right
yeah,
here.
This is the front. So they actually have the rule is called rear firing. So they're actually, their rear ends are actually facing towards their target, which I think since they are big, powerful anti-tank guns, are going to try to take out his formation commander, JAGDPANTHER there.
Oof, yikes. Good luck to me. We're over 16. So, and there probably is concealment.
There is definitely concealment on the way.
So we're looking for 6s.
Looking for 6s.
I see a 6.
Oh, nice.
What's that? Anti-tank 15. I need a 5 up to save because I'm armor 10 on the front. Oh, we don't make it. Ooh, off by 1.
All right.
And firepower?
So firepower is a 3+. Oh no, just bailed out.
Stressful. Bailed out.
Yep.
From there, we go to the comets. And now we have to split their fire a little bit because of line of sight purposes. 2 are going to fire down the table at the Hornies. 1 is going to fire. The rock is concealing my commander quite well, so we're going to fire at the Oswin.
Yep.
So we'll start with that one comet, I guess.
Right.
Looking for probably a 6.
Looking for a 6, yeah.
It's just
Nope, close, but not enough.
You might be within 16. All right, never mind. It's about 22 inches away, so it is a 6 We dodged that shot. But we do have a couple more down the table of my Hornies who are hopefully going to dodge these shots as well.
These shots here. So they're going to try to aim for here.
Please
Also
no.
needing 6s.
Every 6 is like a dead Hornies.
Oh, got one.
Well, it's going to go right through their armor of like 2 or something.
Armor, yeah, armor, even with the increased range, the armor, I believe, will be a 3.
Yeah.
So let's see, do I get a 3 or better, though?
You do.
I do, so
All right.
I'll destroy 1.
Which one did you? I assume that
I
one. there?
assume, yeah, the one exposed.
Rip. All right, good shots. And we have the command squad.
Yeah,
too.
command squad.
Everything into the Hornies.
Yep. So I'm actually going to do 2 things here. So the commander will fire, and then these 2 Yep. So the Centaurs here, they do have guns that can normally fire. Unfortunately, they don't have enough range for direct fire. So I'm just going to stick with the Comet, which will fire 2 shots because he was stationary at that last Hornice.
Sixes.
So need 6s.
That is a 6.
Oh, got it.
Just roll right to firepower.
Go to firepower.
Oh, he got him.
So knock him out.
That's they. You know what? They failed their shoot and scoot though, so that's okay. One of the main parts of my formation gun as well, so we just traded that up.
Yep. So now I'm going to have the Sextons fire. So the aiming point is going to be over here. It's actually, with doing bombardments, you can actually put the range marker anywhere you choose. It doesn't have to be on top of models. So placing it here, I'm actually going to be able to hit, spin that a little bit. So you always point it towards the firing battery.
Oh, fair, yeah.
So I'm actually going to be able to get both of the JAGDPANTHERs and 2 of the Panzer IVs. All right. So the skill for the Sextons is a 3+. They are veteran, so I have 3 chances to get a 3.
Nice.
Got it.
Got it on the first one. Yep. There's no buildings or anything in the way on this one. They're not in a building or anything.
Yeah, how it works normally is if there is terrain underneath the template, such as, say, a crop field or woods or anything like that.
Yep, so we got on the first ones, there's no hit modifier, so everything's being hit on 4s here. Yes,
As they lay, so I'm looking for a 4 or better.
we have a
Ooh.
pair of misses.
Yep, if I add the dice together, I get a hit.
And then we got 2 Panzer
And
IVs.
2 Panzer IVs, so it'll be the closest 2.
That's
And I got 1.
all right, so we got, I guess, the
So one is closest, yeah.
yeah, that works. Anti-tank 3, I got armor 1 on the top there, so I need a, well, that's a 3 technically.
That will tie.
All right, so then you gotta do a firepower.
And their firepower is a 4+. So I need a 4, 5, or 6. And a 2, so they are unaffected.
Nice. That we are done. The British are not bad. You like lit up my Hornice to trade for your Chaffies, which I would have rather kept the Hornice if I could, but that's okay. I'm going to try and make up for it on my next turn. We're on to turn 2 for the Germans. All right, we're going to try to get rid of that bailed out on a 4-up. Oh, he gets to reroll though. Oh,
nice.
Bless. Okay, good. He's in the game still.
Very nice.
And I owe you a last stand over here, but it's rerollable. Third Reich. Oh, he's staying in it.
Very good.
Nothing else to do over here, but I got to go to this side of the table where I still do have pinned infantry, which they are not good. They're still pinned. On to the half tracks here. Even though the infantry inside are pinned, the half tracks are still able to move closer to visible enemies. I'm not going to take the full tactical move. We're going to remain some level of concealment because no need to rush headlong to death. The rest of this is kind of hard to determine what I want to do. I'm going to definitely move away from that ranged in marker, but we're going to move over to the Ostwind, who I'm going to risk a blitz move. Within 16 inches of those tanks is right there. So as long as I
Nice. Got it.
blitz, now he's within 16. And we're going to keep this JAGDPANTHER there. He's going to shoot down the table at the command squad. Over there probably is his bet. The Pumas, however, they're going to do a tactical move because they are going to stay gone to ground. I want them to try and flank around the enemy and be a real... They're going to be a threat later. They're going to dash to there, but they're going to stay. They're not going to fire, so they can keep their gun to ground. And then that's all done because he's just going to hang out there and take a couple shots. He's just going to pivot before he fires to fire down that direction there. These Panzers, I don't think they're in a good spot to get the rate of fire going, so they're going to stay still and just support from there. And then the Hummels are going to do the exact same. So we're good to start shooting. I think it's that time of the day. We're actually going to start with the Hummels this time, though. Looking at my Hummels, we are just making sure we got line of sight and range to this exact spot where Anthony has his finger. I would love to get a ranged in there because that will hit 3 of the... What are they called?
Sextons.
Sextons and 2 of the AA guns, yeah.
Yep.
On a if I range in though. And try and range in there, 3 up on the first one. Oh, we missed the first one. Second attempt. Oh, we failed the second attempt. Third attempt? Okay.
Oh!
Could have done better, but I didn't expect much from it. They're only really failing on 2s and everything too. It's more about just trying to bail things out. Go to the Ostwind here. He's gonna fire into these lads here. He's got 3 shots for rate of fire because he blitzed. We are within 16, so just 5s to hit, I suspect now.
Yes.
All right, and we get 2 of them.
hits.
Well, that was gonna be the main target. He gets hit the second time. All right, so these are anti-tank 7, armor 2. Still looking for a 5 to tie on the first guy there. That is, he'll be taking a
4,
hit.
And the other one?
Taking a hit.
So
I think firepower 4 up on these guys. So we'll start with that guy there, 4 up. He is destroyed.
Excellent.
Second one, destroyed.
Also destroyed.
All right, good job, Ostwind. So they are out of commission. We're gonna go ahead and fire our commander JAGDPANTHER, and he's gonna do a pivot and fire 2 shots at the command squad there. These are gonna be 6s though.
Oh yeah.
Nothing. Oh. And we move on to the last part over here. We have our Panzers as well as our JAGDPANTHERs. Panthers are going to fire forward to keep trading blows. Look for six. No one's moved, so we're just looking for sixes. We got one. We'll take one. So I'll put it right on the guy there. You guys can kind of see him, yeah, right there. Right to firepower because the anti-tank is far too high. We destroyed him. Guys, we got the second challenger down. So that means that one's got to do last stands, which I'm all for. Then the Panzer IVs, well, these two, the turret's going to position to fire at some of the troops coming in. They're a massive threat. This one's going to have to fire at the remaining challenger. That's right. We're going to do a couple shots. The one challenger in the back there. I can see the front of him a little bit there. We got nothing though. Looking for sixes. And the same thing is true for these. I got 4 shots going sideways. Looking for sixes. Nada. That will be the end of my turn. We're on to the third turn for the British. One last stand to do on that challenger.
Yep. He's good.
4, nice, sticking in it. Comments here, just the one tank moved. The other two are going to stay still. And then the command squads are going to stay still. Then we're moving on to the kangaroos who have pushed up the field. They're going to disembark all the infantry. And then that's where they disgorge. Lots of infantry I got to deal with now. They're a big threat. That'll be the final part of movement. Where do we go next? Where do you want to start this?
I'm going to start with that artillery bombardment and see if I get lucky.
Yeah, because I didn't actually move away from it, so it's still going to be...
Make sure I'm 4 away, which I am. Yep.
And then that's still going to be hitting,
and it's going to kind of twist, so it should get 2 and 2.
Technically, it's supposed to flip the other way because the firing battery is the other direction.
Yep.
But it'd be the exact same angle, so it'd be 2 and 2.
Yep.
2 for the JAGDPANTHERs. Yep. First hit will go on that guy. Well,
4 or 5 or... Oh, yeah, just roll for him.
Yeah,
4, 5, or 6.
He does not get hit, but beside him.
Second one is hit.
And then does this one get hit?
Yep.
4?
So the first closest Panzer 4.
No. And the second Panzer
And the other one need a 4+.
PZ4, yes.
Oh, 50-50.
All right, so these are AT3. I got armor 1 on the top, so I'm looking for 2 pluses. Ones are bad. So that one passes.
Nice.
And then the further one passes, but might get bailed out.
Yep. So firepower is a 4+. And no effect.
All right. I got lucky. I stayed near the range in marker, and I didn't get punished too heavily. All right, so we have a challenger, the remaining challenger firing.
Yep.
Who's he going for?
He is going to target the JAGDPANTHERs with 2 shots.
6 is.
And nope.
Okay,
Ooh.
2 and a 2. That's from over here. Now we're going to the command squad.
Yep. So the Comet is going to shoot at the JAGDPANTHER here in the HQ unit. And this Centaur is going to try to shoot at the Puma.
The 2 shots into the JAGDPANTHER. A couple booms.
6s.
That's a 5. That's scary. I got like my double 5, so I was a little worried.
Yep.
And then we got the Comet, is it?
Centaur.
The Centaur into my Puma.
It'll be 1 shot.
They're gone to ground though.
Nope, no shot.
All right, we're good.
All right, so this Comet and this Comet are going to fire at the Ostwind here. And then the Comet that moved in the movement step is going to fire at the JAGDPANTHER.
Yeah, we got good line of sight down
So
this thing here.
1 shot there.
On a 6.
Yep. And
Oh, it hits. Okay, what's the anti-tank on this bad boy?
Anti-tank is a 14.
Ooh. I am going to... Ooh, I pass it.
5, nice, excellent.
Oh, armor 10 on there, so I rolled a 15.
You'll be,
there we go.
Yeah, you're over 16.
Very lucky.
Sure.
I need a 4 up there. And then 2 shots into the Ostwind. Probably 6s, but we can roll and double check.
4 shots actually, because those
4.
tanks
Yeah,
have
they
moved.
stood still. Please don't kill my guy. I love him. Oh, jeez, he's like Shrek. He's so done, dude.
They loaded.
Go right to firepower. Well, this is what he gets for taking out 2 of your tanks. He's like absolutely destroyed. Oh, close.
Bail, but
Destroyed.
one of the shots did destroy it.
So now that one is down. That means I only have my JAGDPANTHER commander and my JAGDPANTHERs over on the other end. If either one of them is destroyed, I lose. With that impressive barrage of fire into my Ostwind, that will end the shooting phase. Are these guys capable of assaulting?
They are not close enough yet. The assault distance is 4 inches, so they have a little bit further to go.
You gotta cover a little bit more ground then? Okay. Well, that'll be it for the British turn. We're on to German turn 3. The only thing I have to do in the morale phase are my pinned infantry. Maybe? Yeah, they're still pinned. I mean, come on, give me something else. First move I'm going to do is these half tracks. They're going to go tactical move in this direction and fire some machine guns at this infantry. And this is where they end up. They're all within 16 to shoot some machine guns in that direction. I think I'm going to focus a lot of my firepower on them because this guy's on last stand. I'm going to hope he just gets goes away. I'm trying to figure out my Panzer and JAGDPANTHER moves in a minute. I got to figure out how to get there. I'm probably going to fire artillery at them too. I think that's the best bet. However, over here, these Pumas are going to have to get some action going. They can start flanking some of these tanks with their little anti-tank guns, which would be pretty nice. While this guy just sits there just shooting shots down table, hoping for the best. These Pumas are going to move tactically. They're going to move over in this direction. They have more than enough movement to pair up over there. They're going to lose the gun and ground because they're going to fire the little Puma shells. We just want to get to the flank of the the comets there, so they have a lower armor value. I'm just gonna stay still with him. And over to here. We're gonna keep our Hummel still, and I gotta show you where I move with all of my tanks here. They're all gonna be tactical moves. Encroaching infantry make me tactically move away from them for a turn. I don't want to get got by them next turn if I can avoid it. So we got all the machine guns within range. We moved out of range of the range-in marker. And these guys are in range to fire shots. They have like 48-inch range on these JAGDPANTHER turrets. So I just boom, right down the table at that artillery if I need to, after this is dealt with. So they're not in a bad spot just to defend this objective. The Panzers are gonna hang out. I'm hoping that my half-tracks we can deal with this, and the half-tracks can threaten this objective later if that guy runs away. Start with our Hummels. We're gonna range in. We're gonna try and range in like right in the middle there.
Yep.
So I'm gonna try that point right there. Should be a 3 because the terrain's right there in between the shots. A 4 to hit. Oh, we got it. Got it on the first one. Nice. So I just have to roll to hit them. That's one entire unit. I have to see if I hit them. I'm gonna start here. And what is their skill? What do I hit them on?
You hit them on a 4+.
4+. We'll start with that guy there.
Hit.
That guy's hit. That team there. Nope.
Miss.
The team in the middle there is not hit. And then the team further back is hit.
Yep.
I'm just gonna put that over there.
Down there.
The big team back there will not be hitting. The one further back is not hit. So I only got the 2 hits. And then we got the 3 little teams.
Yep, do this one here.
That one there is not hit. Middle one is hit. And the last one is not hit.
Right.
Okay, that's easy. You roll saves?
Yep. So saves with artillery, it's the same as shooting. So the infantry get their infantry save first. So we'll start with this one here. Roll a 4, he's okay. This middle team here. Roll a 2, so he is destroyed.
Got one.
And then the team right here, should I get in the view, is also destroyed.
Oh, wow. Okay. As much as I didn't hit, but I killed 2 teams.
Now, this is a unit leader. Whenever a unit leader is destroyed, another team can be replaced. So this team is actually going to be exchanged with this one.
But yeah, you want to keep the weapons they have.
Yep.
That is them pinned down. They only rally on a 5-up, allegedly. So if they don't rally, they stay there, right?
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, they can try to move backwards if they want to, and they can try to dig in, but they cannot advance any further, just like your German Panzer Grenadiers have been.
Well, before I move on to my tanks, who might still want to fire down the table, we're going to fire these machine guns into them. From this side over here, we are still in range to fire all the machine guns, so I'm going to roll for that. Because there's 2 machine guns, it's 4 shots per. Well, each one's just 4 shots per, but that's represented by the double machine gun there. These are 4s to hit. Sorry, that was the main target.
So just allocate to those 3.
1, 2, and
Just do that one.
3. And you can do your saves. You don't have to use those dice.
Yep.
But
So we'll do saves. We'll start with this team here first. Still needing a 3, 4, 5, or 6.
good.
Roll a 3, so that team's okay.
bigger team.
This team is over here. Roll a 2, so
big
they are
machine gun.
destroyed.
And then one more team.
And then the last team right here. 6, they are okay.
And then we're going to move on to our Panzer IVs. We're going to fire their machine guns at them, but they'll be concealed in this point.
Yeah.
Now, doing the math on this, because they have bulletproof cover right now.
Yep, so if the infantry fail their saves, Luka will have to roll a firepower check for the weapon firing at them. So if he uses the machine guns, that firepower is a 6, so he needs a 6 on a d6.
Which is so unlikely.
Yep,
Yeah.
or the cannon, which has a firepower of 3+, so a 3, 4, 5, or 6 gives him a better.
But I only get 3 shots with
Exactly.
So 5s to hit. We got
And
a hit
one
on
hit,
on that team there, which you have infantry save.
So we'll put on here, so a 3 or better,
Oh, you
and
pass
he's
it.
okay.
Yep. Which would have been the same case, so I would have rolled had a 6 with the machine gun. I would have had about 4 hits with the machine guns, and then you would have failed about 1 of the saves, and then I would have had a 6 to kill it, so it's not very likely. They're pinned right now. I'm pretty happy with where they're at. They're going to get bulletproof cover against these guys as well. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple shells down the table. 6 to hit those guys back there. Put the shots on the 2 middle guys, but the one I'm pointing at right there will be the main target. 6 is? Nope. Miss. From there, we're done that side of the table. We got the infantry pinned, which is a good start. I'm going to see what these Pumas can do. They're going to fire a couple. They only have rate of fire 1 right now. A couple shots into the side of the comets here. You are 4s, typically you're concealed, so 5s. We got the
hits.
added to 5. And then on to our JAGDPANTHER, who's going to put shots on the main tank there. 6 to hit. Missing. Should be the end of my turn. We're on to turn 4 for the British. This is the guy I want to run
Last
away.
stand, need a 4 or better.
Oh,
he
he's
runs
leaving.
away.
That's one.
Now,
That's
he's
big.
a support unit, so it doesn't affect my formation, but it has quite a bit less firepower I have on the board.
Yeah, now I can safely move these guys forward. Not safely, a little bit safer.
And then the infantry here, so the British are worry, so their rally is different from their motivation. They rally on a 5+. which I did not get, so they remain pinned.
Which means they dig in, essentially?
They can move back, or they can stay where they are and try to dig in.
I see. Digging in gives them a bulletproof cover save?
They'll bulletproof cover wherever they are.
Okay.
It mostly protect them from that bombardment that comes in, though.
Right. We're going to do a tactical move on the AAs here.
Yep.
Getting one of them in range to fire at my half-tracks. We're going to dig in the infantry here.
Yep.
So it's a skill check.
Yep, skill check, so there'll be a 4+. And they got it, so they are dug in.
Nice. A little bit harder to hit, and they get bulletproof cover. And here we have, because I wasn't able to really hammer these guys too much, this is a threat. I think this might cause me a pretty heavy loss here.
Yep, so I think I'm going to go for broke here. I'm going to try to finish off his JAGDPANTHER commander there. If I can get that, I can break his formation.
That is exactly the goal here. And you got 6 tanks to do
I
it
have
with.
quite a few tanks.
That's where the... What are they, comets?
Comets, yep.
Comets end up. We're going to try blitz on the command squad.
Yep, so they are a 4+. And they succeed.
They blitz.
Look at that.
Yeah, they want to fire my Pumas. Then your... what are they called? The artillery back there.
Sextons.
The sextons are going to stay where they are, so they can bombard. Okay, well, where do you want to start shooting? You want to see if you have the game
start
right
with
now?
the comets and try to do it here.
All right, so they're all within 16. They're hitting, and I'm concealed, so I'm hitting on 5s.
Hitting on 5s. Do I get lucky here?
We got a hit. That's all you needed.
Yep.
Oof.
1.
So our anti-tank 14. Oh, okay. Firepower to kill. Firepower to win.
Kill. Do I get it? No!
Oh! Just bailed out.
Oh! Seen the winning
Bailed
the
out.
poo.
All right, we're going to see if we can take out the Pumas. Should be 5-6 because I'm concealed, I guess.
So I'm going to start with the comet first. The comet has 2 dice. So I got 1 hit.
Nice. That's not good for them.
And then the...
Sorry, that's from over here.
And then the Cromwells will have 1 shot apiece, also needing 5s. 1 more hit. This is 88.
88? Oh, I can save against that.
Yep.
Let me get one of my dice. 5 up? No. And then that one I have no save against.
Okay.
Based on which ones we allocated.
Yep.
So now you have firepower.
So comet here needs a 3 or better.
Oh!
Bailed.
Oh.
And then it's a 2 or better with the Centaur.
Okay, destroy.
So you fired.
Sad Puma days. Sad Puma sounds. There we go. You still got the 1 though. If he sticks around, if he gets back in and then doesn't run away, couple good shots there. From there we go to the AAs here, who are going to fire into my half tracks. Yep. Well, the one's
the only one that has range. So.
Yeah, so looking for probably a 5 or a 6, probably a 5.
B5. Yep, check, 5 because of range.
Fire, so, yeah, this is the awesome equivalents essentially.
2 shots.
Ooh,
no hits.
Nada. Then the barrage from the artillery is going to go probably like right about here, I assume.
Yep.
And that'll hit
right there.
All 3 of them.
Yep. So
no problem.
Need a 4 because it's over terrain. Nope.
Second one.
Second attempt. Third attempt.
Third attempt.
Yeah, no. Oh man.
That looks.
That's where my artillery.
That will be it for shooting. There's no assaulting to do. So we're on to German's turn 4.
Yeah.
See if I can unpin these infantry now. They are no longer pinned. Nice, so I can activate properly with them. Over to my JAGDPANTHER commander who's bailed out. Let's see if they can remount. We're good. Remounting on a 4-up. Oh, he doesn't. And then...
Does he stay around?
No.
Oh,
he is
so
out
he
of
runs
here.
away.
Well, actually kind of like scuttle it, just so they like, I don't know, they maybe throw a few grenades in there and leave. But they don't want the British to get it. And then that's it. We're on to actual shoosting. This guy's probably going to stay still. I don't think I can blitz anywhere good because no matter what, this building's going to be protecting them. So I might as well sit there and take a couple shots on 5s and whatever I hit is dead, hopefully. Staying still.
Yeah, basically, who blinks?
The Hummels are still keep pounding them, which means I'm going to hopefully, now that they're pinned, I hope they're just going to stay there forever and my tanks can focus on other things. So we're going to actually go tactical move with our, I guess, does this go away because you shot somewhere else?
Yes.
All right, so that's gone. And we're going to do a tactical move with our Panzers. And then, like I said, the JAGDPANTHERs are fine here. They got like 48-inch range on their guns, so they're good to go. We're going to go dash, well, they just moved 10 this direction. And that's pretty much all they're going to do. We're going to start with our JAGDPANTHERs. So yeah, half tracks tactically move that way. They have the same like terrain dash, so tactically move technically. We're going to go with the JAGDPANTHERs firing at the AAs there. Firing at the front though, we can see them through the door and through the windows and everything. So we need 6s to hit. Oh! So the first one's on the nearest one, and then the second one's on the further guy.
Yep, and it's going to go straight to firepower.
So firepower for the first guy.
Yep.
He is...
Bailed.
Ooh, I'm going to use my...
So you can use your lucky if you want
got
to take the second result.
Because they're core, right?
They are core units, so...
They might just run away, though. What's the last stand on them? I'm not going to bother. I'm going to second one for the further tank. Upon further look, I cannot see the further back tank because from that angle, the front one perfectly covers them. So it's just 2 hits on the front guy. who does get destroyed.
Yep.
So we're left with one of the AAs left. I got a hit on the AAs. We're going to have our Panzers fire down at your Sextants. I can see the 3 right on that side there. So we're going to put, that'll be the main target, then the second, then the third. But there's only a single shot each. And it's over 16.
And cover, so you need 6.
6 is close, but no cigar.
Nope.
And over there, we're going to do the artillery last. Let's do our JAGDPANTHER, who is going to put his 2 shots into the comets. I need 5s.
Oh, got one.
You got to hit the near. I guess that would be that guy there.
Yep. And it's gonna go straight to firepower. Bailed out.
I'm gonna use my.
That's
lucky
where
there.
I'd use it.
Yeah, we got him.
Nice.
That's 2 less shots at me essentially.
Exactly. Yeah.
Boom.
Him.
Okay, so now we're just we got quite a bit of training to do still, but that's where we're at currently. And then the last thing to do is my Hummel artillery, though I'm already ranged in there, so I'm just going to choose that exact same spot, and I'm going to roll to hit all the dudes. This is 4th hit, so we're start over here. Hit in front of them, or hit, so they're both hit.
Yep.
And then that little team is not hit.
Not hit, yeah.
The team in front of them is hit.
Is hit, nice.
So we'll do something like that. And that little team there is not hit.
Hit,
The team
and
for
last one.
yes. Ooh, we got quite a bit more hits this time.
Yep.
Ooh. Because they are getting shot at, they're pinned from the same spot, they have to re-roll their successful saves now.
Yep, this is what's called a repeat bombardment. So if a team, an infantry or grenadier teams under the template are ever hit by that, they have to re-roll successful saves. So to speed this up, I'm going to roll 2 dice. I need a 3 or better on both dice. So we'll start here.
Yep.
He's okay.
Nice. Second one. In front of him.
Also okay.
Nice. And then we got the...
And then the one right over on the ranged in marker there.
Oh, ho!
Also okay.
And that little team.
And then the little team right here.
Maybe we got
failed. And then, however, they are in bulletproof cover. They're dug in. So now you have to make a firepower test, Luka.
Which is a 2+.
Yeah, 2+.
Got
him. So that team is destroyed.
All right, working on it. That is my turn. That's the end of turn 4. We're on to turn 5 now, where I'm still like the second I lose this guy, I'm dead. But he's in some sort of cool Wild West duel with all these tanks. So if he dies, he dies. But if he lives to the end, legendary tank commander. On to morale. See if these guys are still pinned.
So they need a 5 or better to unpin. And they do not have it. They rolled a 4. I wish I had lucky card to
use the
get
reroll
that.
there. They're gonna stay dug in though.
And then this Crusader AA vehicle being the only model left in its unit out of 2, so it has to test the last stand, so a 4 or better.
Oh,
no, it
outta
also
here.
runs away.
Oh my gosh, this is brutal.
So this flank is looking pretty bad here.
Same, you know what? I feel that over
You're
there.
right.
Him running around to regular movement. So we have these, are they going to sit still
The
just straight
comments,
blows?
we're going to see if I want to blitz, move, or what's going to be most effective, so I'm going to check the range here.
Not really moving the comets, but the command squad will move forward with the one comet commander also aiming his turret down at my commander, and then the 2, what were they, Minotaurs? No.
Centaurs.
The Centaurs are aiming to try and disorient my Hummels a little bit. That's it for movement, so we have just the artillery to bombard and a lot of firepower over here. Where do you want to start?
We'll start with the 2 comets here, see if they get lucky.
That's 4 shots.
So 4 shots needing 5s.
Oh gosh. Oh,
2
hits. So I need 5s and 6s to stop this. Oh, I stopped 1.
Now, do you want to use your lucky?
I've already used my lucky.
Oh, you already did? Oh.
I did. I destroyed that tank with
Okay,
it. So firepower.
1 will go through. Actually, the 5. So 9 plus 5 is 14. That will tie.
Yeah.
But we'll do the firepower to destroy first. So I need a 3 or better.
Oh, okay,
got
that's
him.
game. You got him. He's
Got him.
destroyed.
Yep.
I'm left with 1 platoon left in my formation, which means it's broken, and the British do take this win. Nice.
Very brutal game, but it was a lot of fun.
It was damn good. I couldn't alleviate the pressure on them. They were able to make too many saves. He was not bad. It was those guys who were cracking hits all game, but I needed him to hit a few more times. And my Osmans went down like, especially the turn 1 Osman. That kind of
Oh,
sucked
yeah.
too. Oh, well, that's it for this game here, folks. Hopefully it was a good showcase for the new British Bulge forces there. Anthony and I are going to jump into a post-game to talk about this. It went right down to the very end.
Yeah.
Because I was threatening that objective, and you were threatening this objective
It
over
really
there.
could have gone either way.
Yeah.
Just we got lucky with the dice rolls there.
Absolutely. Excellent game there, Anthony. We were just talking a little bit off camera here, but I wanted to reiterate a lot of this on the post game because I probably would have played this game the exact same way I did before. The only thing I would have done is it wouldn't have like changed anything in hindsight. But when I backed these guys up, they have really good range, so they were still able to protect this objective. I was afraid of them getting unpinned and then going for the objective, so I know I needed to keep them back here because they could still shoot down this lane into that over there, no problem. Just hitting on 6s like everything else, no matter how, unless they're within 16. But they're never going to get within 16 before the game ends. These, I would have rather had done a tactical move over in this direction than shot my machine guns or my shells, because they're going to have bulletproof cover anyways, even if I went over here. But in hindsight, that didn't matter because the game had suddenly ended. So that way, next turn, they could have moved over here and push shots and then threaten the objective and put the shots down the table into those tanks to alleviate pressure on my JAGDPANTHER. I would have rather have done that, I think. The half track's still moving up. They got slowed down a little bit early on. That was a shame, but that was kind of on me. I didn't really I forgot how the Chaffies could go over here and put pressure on them, and then they got punished a little bit for that. But then the Chaffies got punished for that by my Panzer force, so it worked out that way. Very happy with the performance on the JAGDPANTHERs. They took 0 damage, and they bullied out the Challengers? Yeah.
Yes.
They bullied out the Challengers. The infantry popping out kind of scared me, but I was able to get lucky, get the pin on them, and then once they're pinned, they're a little, not reluctant, but they don't want to.
Their rally number, so similar to a lot of stats in Flames of War, if to reflect a couple of the historical profiles, the British by this time in the war, like late 44, 45, are really weary. So they're still skilled and they're deadly in assaults, but their rally number is only a 5-6, a 5+. So if they get pinned down, they're more likely to stay put where they are until they actually do rally.
Right, and they get some support. Yeah, them being pinned there with the Hummels hammering them, I thought that they're going to deal with them, and I was hopefully going to kill a few more of them to make them fail a last stand, and then the transports would get out of here as well. And then over here, this was like the biggest, this is just unfortunate. I blitzed them out, and then they're still behind cover, and they're very far away, so they're only really hit on 6s, and then they shot down the table. I don't know if they really connected. I think they did somewhere.
I think they killed one.
What the heck did they kill? Nothing, maybe.
No, I think they may have missed. Yeah,
they may have missed, and then they rolled a 1 on the fire and fade, essentially.
Yeah, shoot and scoot.
The shoot and scoot. Probably could have lucky re-rolled that, maybe, but that's a 4. It's a maybe. It's a 3 up.
50-50, so it's hard to.
Actually, theirs is a 3 up. I probably should have lucky re-rolled that, but that's more me forgetting I had lucky until the end of the game. I could have still failed it theoretically, so it doesn't really matter. They popped out there, and then on top of that, Anthony had rolled 6 to hit him. He just did. He just like cracked a few
very,
sixes.
very lucky.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom,
very,
dead.
very lucky to have the comets connect with them and knock them out.
Yeah, so losing the Hornice from my backfire support, who were screening this objective, meant I would have had to either pull something back to defend it, or just say screw it and then try and kill anything that comes through this pass, which I tried to do, but like there's still 5 tanks, so it wasn't really working out. The Oswin getting taken off right away. It's a pretty good vehicle, so losing him sucked.
No. The other one did great though, because
he did great.
While he was alive, he knocked out both of these archers here, which just like with Luka losing his Hornices over there, limited a lot of my heavy anti-tank firepower.
Yeah, because that's essentially the equivalent. Yeah. Now I'm not too sure if I operated the Pumas correctly. I wanted to get the Pumas in a flank and start firing, which they got there. They just didn't connect any shots, and then they got punked right away afterwards. I'm like, well, they're kind of light vehicles, so that's probably the case. I could have maybe waited one more. Maybe I was thinking to not fire at all and then just go for the objective with them.
Yeah, Pumas are a great. They're a relatively expensive harassment unit. They can deal with things like themselves, like other armored cars. But obviously with a small unit like that, they're really not, they always don't want to necessarily get stuck in. But they're, again, as you thought, really good flanking unit. I think you played them really well of how they should be used.
I think if I had changed my tactic, I would have just kept moving them.
Yeah,
so
you
would have had to keep
kept me
one
back.
unit
I'd have to leave one unit back.
Which means that they wouldn't have moved forward and fired. But that didn't matter because this unit's the one that took out the JAGDPANTHER. Right. So it didn't, in the end, nothing I did really was the wrong decision too much, other than maybe the reroll on the Hornice. Yeah. As far as I can see, it's like a player who's, I've only played 3 games of Flames of War. But these guys would have definitely been a lot better at threatening that objective. They're kind of expensive, but they're not as expensive as one of these units staying back there.
Well, the advantage with them is they have a big enough cannon where they can engage tanks on the flank, which is what you were trying to do with them, and they just weren't able to utilize that.
Exactly. Well, folks, that's it for this game. I want a big shout out to Battlefront Miniatures for sending Anthony here to allow me to play some Flames of War and showing us some of the new British stuff here.
It was a pleasure. It was a really fun game. Been nice to be back here after we were here a couple months ago to film our prior videos. But yeah, really great game with Luka, and get to it next time.
Absolutely. If you want any more information on what we're doing here, folks, watching Flames of War here for the first time, maybe some Team Yankee stuff, check out the description down below, because you'll be able to find out a lot of stuff there. But we're going to sign out here. We're going to say happy wargaming and good luck in all your future games.
Yep. Take care, everybody.